Hi, this is the first video in a series of videos that will follow the Hoppy Bunny tutorial. In this video, what we'll do is we will make a brand new Xcode project and import some assets. Okay, so here I am in Xcode. This is the splash screen, and you can create a new Xcode project by clicking on the button here that says Create New Xcode Project, or going to the File menu and choosing New Project. I'll click the button. So now we see Xcode shows us a series of template projects that you can start a project from. And you can pick any one of these for different purposes. We're going to be making a game, so we want to choose the game template right here. So I'll choose that and click Next. In the next screen that we see here, we want to fill in the name of our project. And since we're going to create the Hoppy Bunny game, why don't we call it Hoppy Bunny? Okay, and you can actually call this anything you like. Next, you can pick a team. This only matters if you have a developer account with Apple, and you can pick your developer team. If you don't have a team, don't worry about that one. Next, we have the organization name, and this can be your name or the name of your company. The identifier, and the identifier is usually a reverse domain name. This has to be a unique identifier for your company. You can really put anything you want here. You can do com.makeschool, or if you have your own web domain, you can put that in here, com.yourdomainname. The bundle identifier then becomes this. This is just an internal thing that marks your apps as unique, or gives them a unique naming scheme, right? Next, we can pick the language. You want to pick the language of Swift, because we're going to write the rest of the code in Swift. Don't choose Objective-C. And then we'll pick the game technology. And the game technology that we're going to use is called SpriteKit. Okay, this is for making 2D games. Our game will run on the iPhone, and it won't run on the iPad. So we'll choose iPhone as the device type. Okay? And then these three are extra technologies that we're not going to use. So what we'll do is we'll leave those unchecked. Click the Next button when you're ready, and then pick a place to save your project. So I'm going to save my project on the desktop. The source control down here, if you have a GitHub account, you can check this box, and Xcode will set up a Git project in the project folder to make it easy to upload to GitHub. If you don't have a Git account, then you can uncheck that box. Okay, and then when you're done here, click Create. So this is our new project, and I'm going to move this aside a little bit, and you can see this is the folder that was created. So this folder has all the files for our project in it, and essentially when we open up the project here in Xcode, we'll see a list of all the files in the left column here. And you'll see some of those files here also, okay? Don't edit the files in the folder directly. You should always edit your Xcode project and the files in it within Xcode, okay? So you really don't want to edit the files here. Instead, you'll do all of your editing in Xcode directly, okay? Next, we'll want to add some assets to our project. There's a couple ways you can add assets. I'm going to open up the assets folder here. This is a special folder. It's a little different than these yellow ones, right? And you can see the default project comes with a spaceship asset. So assets are images and sounds and things like that. I'm going to take the spaceship though and delete it because we're not going to use it. So you can do the same thing. So I'll select it and hit delete on the keyboard. And now what I want to do is I want to import the artwork from the Hoppy Bunny tutorial. You can download that from the website. I've already downloaded it here. You can see I've got a zip called Assets. And so I'm going to double click it to unzip it. And in the folder here, you can see these are all the files, right? And what we want to do is we want to drag these into the Assets area. So what I'll do is I'll select them all and then drag them into this column here. So you have to have assets selected, right? So I'll drag them into there, and then you can see here are all of the assets, and they should all fall in this ×2 area. So these three areas here are for 1x assets, 2x, and 3x. This really just means the resolution of the artwork, and Xcode can understand that the artwork that was created for the tutorial is all 2x, and you can see it knows because the extension here on the file name, it says @2x at the end. Okay, so anyway, there you go. There's all your artwork, and you're all set up and ready to start your project.